What if I told you there's a place so stunning that celebrities pay millions just to dock their yachts here for one night? Where every corner looks painted by Renaissance masters, and where I discovered a secret locals have hidden from tourists for decades. Stay with me because spot number 3 will blow your mind, and what I found at location 7 completely changed how I see Italian coastal towns. Hey travel adventurers! Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I explore the world's most incredible destinations so you can travel like a local, not a tourist. Before we dive into today's ultimate travel guide, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I post new travel guides every Tuesday and Thursday, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And if you find this video helpful, which I know you will, smash that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm share this with more travel enthusiasts like yourself. We're growing an amazing community of curious travelers, and I don't want people like you to miss any of our adventures too. Most tourists only see 30% of what this place offers. Today I'm revealing the top 10 spots, including 3 hidden gems not in any guidebook. Now, let's dive into the countdown. Location number 10. Portofino Harbor. Let's start with the iconic harbor that put Portofino on every bucket list. But here's the insider secret that changes everything about experiencing this spot. Most tourists rush down, snap photos with colorful houses, and leave in 20 minutes. They're missing the magic entirely. The real secret is timing and positioning. The best time is golden hour, about an hour before sunset. But don't position yourself down by the water with everyone else. There's a specific spot on the eastern side where light hits buildings, making them glow from within. I discovered this accidentally trying to escape crowds last summer. I ducked into what seemed like a random pathway and found myself with the most incredible harbor view. The famous Portofino pink, warm terracotta orange, sea green shutters, they all come alive in ways your camera barely captures. Each building has a story. That bright yellow house belonged to pearl divers who worked these waters for 3 centuries. The pink palazzo was actually a World War II resistance meeting place where fighters coordinated with Allied submarines. Location number 9. Church of San Giorgio. Walking up from the harbor, most people get their first real workout. The Church of San Giorgio perches above the village like a guardian watching everything below. Here's what's fascinating: it's not just about the destination. Every step up these cobblestones reveals different Portofino perspectives. Stop at least 3 times, not just to catch your breath, but because the view literally transforms with elevation. This 12th century church offers incredible views. On clear days, spot Cinque Terre villages dotting the distant coastline. But here's the local secret. Looking northeast, you can actually see French Riviera on exceptionally clear days. Inside, 90% miss the maritime ex voto's small paintings and models left by sailors thanking God for surviving storms. Some date back 400 years, telling Portofino's real story as a working fishing village, not just a wealthy playground. Location number 8. Castello Brown. Climbing higher to location 8, your legs might burn, but Portofino starts revealing dramatic secrets. Castello Brown isn't a traditional castle, it's a 16th century fortress converted to private villa. Here's the chilling story. During World War II, this was a German observation post. They chose this location because you can see miles in every direction along the coast. This fortress changed hands dozens of times throughout history. Diplomats, artists, even a British consul turned it into one of Italy's most exclusive residences. Today it houses a small museum, but the real attraction is the terraced garden views. From here, you can actually see underwater topography of the bay. Water changes from deep blue to turquoise to emerald green, each color representing different depths. Locals call this the Portofino rainbow, only truly appreciated from this elevation. There's a secret garden behind the main building most visitors never find. Look for a wooden door marked Giardino Segreto. Inside, there's a meditation garden created by a former owner who was a Buddhist monk. Completely free access, offering the most peaceful Portofino moment. If this is amazing you so far, smash that like button because we're just getting started. Location number 7. Secret path to Punta del Capo. Location 7 completely changed everything I thought about Portofino. Most tourists think it's just the harbor and immediate area. They have no idea there's an entire hiking trail network connecting to Italy's most spectacular viewpoints. The Punta del Capo path starts behind Castello Brown, so well hidden even some locals don't know it. I discovered this trail accidentally trying to find a quiet lunch spot away from crowds. This isn't just a walk, it's a journey through Mediterranean wilderness feeling like a nature documentary. The path winds through 800-year-old olive groves, past wild rosemary and lavender filling air with incredible natural perfume. Here's the payoff that made this my absolute favorite Portofino discovery. After 20 minutes hiking, you reach a clifftop viewpoint offering 360-degree Ligurian coast panorama. Views stretching from French border down to Tuscany on clear days. Locals call this Il Balcone di Portofino, Portofino's balcony. There's a small stone bench carved directly from clifftop rock. Local legend says couples watching sunset together from this bench will have everlasting love. This viewpoint offers completely different Portofino perspective. From the village, you can't understand the geography, how land curves creating this perfect natural harbor. From here, you see exactly why ancient Romans chose this strategic port location. Location number 6. Hidden beach of Parigi. Location 6 requires adventure, but trust me, it's worth every step. Most people don't realize Portofino has beaches. They think it's all rocky coastline and fancy harbors. They're missing one of the Mediterranean's most beautiful hidden beaches. Parigi Beach sits 15 minutes from Portofino proper, feeling like a different world. The path takes you through Italy's most expensive real estate private villas selling for 50 million euros or more. Parigi is special because it's one of few remaining natural beaches along this Italian Riviera stretch. This sand isn't imported like resort beaches, it's been naturally deposited by centuries of Mediterranean currents. Parigi water has incredible clarity normally found only in tropical destinations. You can see the bottom in 12 feet of water. Marine life here is extraordinary: eye-spotted octopi, colorful fish species, even dolphins passing by during my last visit. Here's the local insider tip. The best Parigi spot isn't on the beach itself. There's a small rocky outcrop on the eastern side where you can set up with complete privacy, having your own swimming cove. Locals call it La Piscina Naturale, the natural swimming pool. Parigi sits directly on the ancient Roman trade route connecting Portofino to the Mediterranean. Archaeologists found Roman coins and pottery fragments in sand here, evidence of 2,000 years of maritime history. Location number 5. Via del Fondaco Shopping Street. Our 5th location might surprise you, it's Portofino's main shopping street. But Via del Fondaco holds secrets revealing this village's true character. Everyone sees luxury boutiques representing every major fashion house. Dolce & Gabbana, Hermes, Louis Vuitton shops where simple t-shirts cost more than most people's rent. But here's what's fascinating. These aren't just tourist shops. World's wealthiest people actually live in Portofino part year, and this is their neighborhood shopping street. You might literally bump into celebrities, business moguls, or European royalty while window shopping. The real Via del Fondaco secrets hide in plain sight. Look closely at building architecture. Many have small details telling Portofino's evolution from fishing village to luxury destination. One building halfway down has a stone carving above the doorway showing fishing net and boat. This marks the original Fishermen's Cooperative building, where village fishing families gathered planning daily expeditions and dividing catches. Another building has tiny roofline windows that aren't decorative, they're lookout points used by village watch to spot approaching ships, whether friendly traders or potential pirates. Here's my favorite Via del Fondaco secret. There's a small gelato shop tucked between luxury boutiques serving what locals consider all Liguria's best gelato. Owner Signora Maria has made gelato here 40 years, using traditional recipes passed through 5 family generations. Location number 4. Lighthouse at Punta Portofino. Location 4 requires serious hiking, but I promise every sweat drop is worth it. Punta Portofino Lighthouse sits at the absolute promontory tip, requiring a hiking trail most tourists never attempt. This isn't casual strolling, we're talking legitimate hiking taking 45 minutes each way through Italy's most pristine Mediterranean landscape. This hike is essential because this lighthouse has guided ships safely into Portofino harbor for over 150 years, and views from this point are unlike anything else on Italy's coast. The trail itself is adventure. You'll pass through centuries-old maritime pine forests, past abandoned terraced gardens where families once grew olives and grapes, along clifftop paths where you look straight down into crystal-clear water over 100 feet deep. What makes this lighthouse special isn't just function, it's the stories. During World War II, this lighthouse was a secret communication point between Italian resistance fighters and British naval forces. The lighthouse keeper, whose family operated the light 3 generations, risked his life sending coded signals to Allied submarines. The lighthouse is relatively small and simple, but from its base, you have the most comprehensive Portofino Peninsula view. You can see how this small landpiece juts into Mediterranean like Italy's finger pointing toward Corsica and Sardinia. On exceptionally clear days, you can actually see Elba Island where Napoleon was exiled. Locals say, when you see Elba from Portofino, tomorrow brings perfect weather. Location number 3. Cristo degli Abissi underwater caves. This is location 3, where Portofino reveals one of its most extraordinary secrets, one existing beneath Mediterranean surface. Most people have no idea that offshore from Portofino, there's an underwater sculpture that became one of the world's most famous dive sites. Cristo degli Abissi, Christ of the Abyss, is a bronze Jesus statue standing 56 feet underwater in San Fruttuoso Bay, a short boat ride from Portofino. Here's the chilling story behind this underwater masterpiece. This statue was placed in 1954 commemorating Dario Gonzatti, the first Italian using scuba equipment, who died in these very waters. Sculptor Guido Galletti created it and Pope Pius XII blessed it before lowering into position. What makes this location mind-blowing is you don't need diving certification to experience it. Water here is so clear that on calm days, you can actually see the statue from surface. Glass-bottom boats operate from Portofino harbor specifically for visitors wanting to see Cristo degli Abissi. For certified divers, this is considered one of the world's most spiritual diving experiences. The statue stands with arms raised toward surface, surrounded by colorful Mediterranean fish schools dancing around the figure. But here's what's truly incredible. This isn't the only underwater treasure in these waters. The entire Portofino seabed is part of a protected marine sanctuary home to the Mediterranean's most diverse marine life. Groupers the size of small cars, octopi with 6-foot wingspans, coral formations thousands of years old. Local marine biologists discovered Roman amphora fragments on the seabed here, evidence this area has been a major shipping route for over 2,000 years. The snorkeling here is world-class. Water temperature stays comfortable May through October, visibility often exceeds 100 feet. I've snorkeled tropical destinations worldwide, and honestly, Portofino underwater visibility rivals anything I've seen in the Caribbean. Location number 2. Monastery of San Fruttuoso. We're down to final 2 locations, and number 2 takes us on a journey combining history, spirituality, and Europe's most dramatic coastal scenery. San Fruttuoso Monastery is accessible only by boat or hiking one of Portofino Natural Park's most challenging trails. Most tourists choose boats, which is beautiful but gives only part of the story. The hiking trail, while demanding, offers an unforgettable experience. This monastery was founded in the 10th century by Benedictine monks who chose this isolated location specifically because it was cut off from secular world distractions. These monks lived here over 800 years, completely self-sufficient, growing food in terraced cliffside gardens and catching Mediterranean fish. San Fruttuoso is extraordinary because it's built directly into clifftop rock face, making it almost invisible from sea unless you know exactly where to look. Pirates regularly raided these coasts during medieval times, but rarely discovered the monastery because it blended perfectly with natural rock formations. The monastery houses Italy's most important medieval maritime artifact collections. Monks here documented weather patterns, sea conditions, and marine life for centuries, creating invaluable Mediterranean climate and ecology historical records. Particularly fascinating is the monastery crypt containing Doria family tombs, one of Mediterranean history's most powerful maritime dynasties. These weren't just wealthy merchants. Dorias controlled shipping routes from Spain to Constantinople, playing crucial crusades and New World exploration roles. Most visitors miss this secret. There's a small garden behind the monastery that monks cultivated over 800 years. This garden contains plant species existing nowhere else on Italian coast, herbs and vegetables monks brought from travels and adapted to this specific microclimate. Location number 1. Secret sunset spot at Niasca. Here we are at location 1, and I've saved absolute best for last. This is a place even many longtime Portofino residents don't know about, offering what I consider the single most beautiful sunset view in all Italy. Niasca is a tiny hamlet sitting high above Portofino, accessible only by narrow mountain road winding through olive groves and Mediterranean scrubland. No public transportation, no tourist signs, definitely no selfie-taking crowds. I discovered Niasca completely accidentally during my third Portofino visit. I was trying to find a hiking trail toward Cinque Terre, took a wrong turn leading up this mountain road. After 20 minutes climbing, I emerged from forest finding myself in what felt like a completely different world. Niasca consists of maybe 12 stone houses looking unchanged for 500 years. Most are abandoned now, original owners having moved to coast or larger cities for work. What remains is a perfectly preserved example of how people lived in this region for centuries before tourism transformed the coastline. Niasca's real magic happens every evening about an hour before sunset. From the small stone terrace behind village church, you watch sun descend toward Mediterranean while entire coastline below transforms into gold, orange, and crimson light canvas. But here's what makes this sunset truly special. From this elevation, you see Mediterranean coastline curvature stretching from French Riviera down toward Rome. As sun sets, lights begin twinkling in dozens of coastal villages, creating human civilization constellation against dark mountain silhouettes. What's even more incredible is the silence. After days surrounded by tourist bustle, luxury yachts, and restaurants in Portofino, Niasca's sunset silence is almost shocking. Only sounds are wind through olive trees and distant waves far below. There's a small stone bench here carved from local marble by villagers sometime in the 18th century. According to local legend, this bench was placed by a young shepherd wanting to create the perfect spot to propose to his beloved. The bench faces directly west, positioned to catch very last sunlight rays each day. I've watched sunsets from famous viewpoints worldwide: Santorini, Grand Canyon, pagan temples, but Niasca's sunset touched my soul in ways I can't fully explain. Maybe it's the combination of natural beauty and human history, or the profound discovery sense of finding a place tourism hasn't touched. As our Portofino walking tour ends, I hope you're feeling the same wonder and discovery I experienced first exploring this incredible Italian corner. From the iconic harbor launching 1,000 postcards to the secret sunset spot taking my breath away, Portofino offers beauty and history layers most visitors never discover. But travel's real magic doesn't happen watching videos like this. It happens when you lace up hiking boots, book that plane ticket, and experience these places yourself. Every location I've shown offers something no camera captures and no description fully conveys. If this video inspired you to add Portofino to your travel bucket list, I'd love hearing about it in comments below. Tell me which location surprised you most, or if you've been to Portofino, share your own secret discoveries with our fellow travelers community. If you're hungry for more hidden gems and secret destinations across Italy and Europe, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Next week, I'm taking you through Rome's secret underground tunnels most tourists never see, followed by floating Venice going far beyond St. Mark's Square. Remember, the world is full of incredible places waiting to be discovered. The question isn't whether adventure is out there, it's whether you're ready to find it. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep that wonder sense alive. Before you go, drop a like if this inspired your next adventure, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden European gems. Ciao for now, fellow travelers.